Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. It is Sunday, and as you can see, I am just having fun using this office, different angles, different rooms. Now we're doing whiteboards and interviews. I have no idea what is going on this channel. Too much fun. How you doing, Mr. Todd Baldwin?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
You had no idea what you're signing up for when you said, yeah, I'll talk to this crazy guy every Sunday, did you?
Not quite.
But you said yes anyway, and we appreciate you for that.
Yes.
So one of the things that I often did with my sales teams as we started a year, and hey, we're in May 1st. It's a new year somewhere. I thought what we could do is we could talk about keywords, and more importantly, why it's important to what you or I are doing today, and why it might be important to others in the future. And these are single words. We'll each do 3. We'll do it ping pong style. You are the guest. I will let you go first.
Okay. So I'm just saying a word and what it means to me. Is that what we're doing here?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. The first word I will choose then is happiness.
Ooh, I like that.
I like your purple pen.
Thank you. All right. So why happiness?
Because I think that's what we're all striving towards. And if you don't have happiness at the end of the day, like what's the point? You know?
Exactly.
I think, we both have financial YouTube channels.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think oftentimes we can get caught up in the hustle of a thing and, work all the time. And that's fine. That's what we want. But if it's not moving towards happiness, then what is the point of putting yourself through all that hard work?
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't see it on the screen, so I got another color.
Oh, all good.
Let me try to write that out one more time.
No worries. Technical difficulties. I know you don't edit in post, so they'll have a great shot of the back of your head twice.
I'm trying this. It'll be better next time we try it. So
I like all good.
Yeah, I like happiness. I mean, I've often said, if you are truly happy doing whatever you are doing, you won.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that with every fiber of my body. If you are happy getting up every day, doing your 9 to 5, coming home and whatever you're doing, you won.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is most of us want more. And when we want more, most of it comes down to money. And when it comes down to money, you need to make different choices and all of that. So I love happiness as a first one. That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll go with focus is my first one.
Ooh, very nice.
Focus for me is important, because I've now appreciate it's a superpower for me. I think my wife, Olivia, would probably say it's a curse as well, because I have a crazy ability to focus. But what that also means is everything else kind of falls off. Now, as I've gotten older, I have been able to kind of tighten the stream and not let other things fall. But I would not be where I am today if for the first 10 years, I wasn't remarkably focused, right? I have these 7 ORAT rules, and number 1 is focus, right? The first thing all investors need to do is get a buy box. And by having a buy box, that gives you permission to look, but it also gives you permission not to look at anything else. Most people don't get that. Most people get a buy box, they do their 10 minutes, and then they're like, well, I'm here anyway. I might as well look at some other stuff. No, you're feeding your brain with information not in your buy box, and it becomes, you get unfocused. You clutter your mind. And as we are today, May 1st, the market is changing so fast. Get a buy box, do it, and then move on. If nothing changed, nothing changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, focus is a big one for me. And it's only, God, the last couple of years, I've realized that it is a superpower of mine. And I assumed everybody had it because it was just how I rolled, right? I was that 7-year-old kid counting pennies on the ground and just like in heaven. I just thought everybody was focused that way. So oh well.
Yeah, no, being hyper focused, it's huge. I give myself 30 minutes in the morning to look at real estate deals to buy.
There you go.
And then 30 minutes in the evening. And if I
Done.
don't find anything to buy in 30 minutes that morning, I'm done. I don't
Yeah.
go 31 minutes. I'm done. That's my time.
I
And
love
I
that.
move on to something else. So yeah, hyper focus is huge.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. What do you got for number 2?
Oh gosh. I will say freedom.
Ooh, I like that. All right. Tell me about that.
Well, doing everything that we've been able to do with buying real estate and increasing our net worth and our incomes, it's really given us freedom. And what that is we can pretty much do whatever we want and live life on our own terms.
Mhm.
There are jobs that pay $30,000 a year that I do not qualify for because I don't have a bachelor's degree. And yet I can make 6 figures in a week doing my real estate business and then chill for the rest of the year if I wanted to. Now I'm a bit more motivated than that. So I don't do that and quit, but like just having the freedom to, if I wanted to leave for 6 months and go to Bali, I could. And, I have traveled a lot and just, it's been amazing. It's been the best, easiest part of my life is that I have freedom to do what I want to do every single day.
Yeah. Freedom for me is a big one. And it really comes down to choices, right?
Mhm.
Other than paying taxes, which is, something, you have to do. There's a few things you have to do as an adult who makes money. But yeah, freedom's a big deal. And it's also when you get there, you have choices, right? Some people double, triple down, right? It's never big enough. Others get there and they're good, right? I feel like I'm sitting on an overhang, and I'm trying to help people down below follow the path. Go that way. Yeah, it's a little rocky, but you'll be okay, right? And maybe it'll change. Maybe some point in my future I'll be like, okay, that was cool. I rested for a couple years. Now let's go, blow it up and triple it. I don't know. I realize now that that's a possibility. For a long time, I was like, no, I'm good here. But now I realize as I kind of see what's out there.
Mhm.
Yeah. So freedom's a good one. Oh, here's a dirty word. This one was so huge in my life, continues to be, frankly. But most people think it's a dirty word, and it's sacrifice. Sacrifice.
Mhm.
I do not know, unless you are born rich, I do not know how to earn freedom, happiness without some sacrifice for some duration. Dion talks about, and I fully agree, do what you have to do for 10 years, i.e. sacrifice, live below your means, have roommates, whatever it is, cheat code to wealth. You can make work optional. You cannot make work optional not sacrificing. If you're an idiot like me at 30 years old, making 6 figures and spending it all, you are just in the rat race at a huge level. Yeah, I don't know. If I could wave a magic wand, I would turn sacrifice to a dirty word, to something that is celebrated.
Mhm.
But it just isn't in today's social media, microwave society, give it, YOLO lifestyle. And if you're living that way, I don't know what to tell you. Be mad at yourself. Be mad at yourself.
Yeah, well, I think you're right. Social media lends itself to comparing, to others, and they see people on private jets, and they don't understand that a lot of what they see can be fake.
Yeah.
So they don't, and then there's also sort of an entitlement attitude where it's like, well, why should I have to work, and why should I have to sacrifice, and why should I have to, live below my means? And it's like, well, you don't have to,
Yeah.
but people like us, that's what we did to get where we are. Like as you said, unless you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth, you're not going to get wealthy unless you sacrifice. So yeah, I agree 100%.
Awesome.
My last word, which actually I guess goes kind of along with sacrifice, is frugality.
Ooh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't spell well. There we go.
All good.
There we go.
Frugality. Yeah. So, living below your means, it's not sexy to do that, but let me tell you, if you do it for even just a couple of years, you can set yourself up so well. I mean, I've shared this story with you on this channel before. There was a time where my wife and I were making around, I don't know, $500,000 or so per year. And we lived in a house that we owned, but we had 6 roommates in that house that we owned. So not only were we living for free, we were making about $1,800 a month in profit just for living there. And we were sharing one car, which is a 2009. Did I lose you, Michael?
I don't know what happened. Keep going.
Okay. We were sharing one car. So, being completely frugal and doing all that stuff and saving every penny we could, that's what put us over the top to millionaires. And I'm not saying anyone has to go this extreme, but we lived with roommates until our income was over $1 million a year. Hey, you're back.
Hey there. Sorry about that. I have no
All good.
idea what happened.
No worries.
I'm not a technologist, but yeah, frugality is a big deal. I think it's every time I hear that story, make 500 grand a year, 6 roommates, 1 car. I'm like, let's be clear. That's not frugal. That's cheap. But I'm just
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're absolutely right. And that's fine. I know who I am.
No, but that's also awesome. And again, most of us will never make 500 grand a year, but the principle is there. I promise you, it was not fun living with 6 roommates and having 1 car. It doesn't matter if you make 5 grand, 50 grand, or 500 grand. That's not comfortable. But if you have bigger plans and bigger dreams and bigger visions, it is what it is, right? You got to get there. So my last one is ownership. So what I mean by ownership is a real estate channel. People might think deeds and all of that. That's not what I'm talking about. I have no idea why my camera is cutting out, but you can hear me still. Yeah.
I can hear you just fine. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to finish this up and then we will just, we'll cut the video. So ownership's a big deal for me because people need to own their decisions. I see a lot of society blaming others, the big bad Fed, the big bad this, the big bad this. Own your shit, own your stuff, own your decisions. If you own your stuff, you can dig out of it. If you constantly blame others, you are not going to go anywhere. You are stuck in the mud. You are making excuses. And I have never met anybody successful at whatever it is, playing sports, music, second languages, that, getting rich, getting wealthy, that blame others. So again, own your stuff. So with that said, and my camera all blacked out, I will call this video and thank you very much, Todd.
Thank you.